evening, good evening, good evening. We are back at the public test server. It is still issue 0.5. I did record a video last night to post, but apart from the beginning bit, I wasn't satisfied with the audio quality on it. I didn't think it was suitable for publishing, so we're doing another quick one tonight because I'm short for time, unfortunately. But I wanted to go through a couple of extra things with you, particularly let's start off with AlphaBridge. As you're aware now, the AlphaBridge only gives you your 3 standard talents that you have on your weapon, plus the free talent that's on your second weapon. We'll do that there, free weapon, there we go. Okay, we're all aware of that. However, that means you lose 2 talents. What happens? What compensation have we got? What compensation do you think we have on this? I'm going to go and show you. There it is. Now, be aware of my electronics, stamina and firearms levels at the top there. So if we go to the LVOC, the skills on that we have an active now are self-preserve, destructive, deadly and commanding. Obviously commanding is going to be from that M4 I've just put in there. Excuse me. Now requirements levels are quite low on these. Let's go to the M4 though, because I want to show you something that's very interesting. And one of the bonuses in there, extra bonuses now of having AlphaBridge. With the talent sustained, brutal. Firearms score 4790. My firearms is 4127. That would not normally be unlocked.
Come on.
One of the bonus of AlphaBridge now is that items that you wouldn't normally have unlocked now become unlocked. So you don't have to up your skills accordingly to unlock skills on a weapon. If you're carrying an AlphaBridge, it now unlocks all skills that you wouldn't normally have the requirement for. So to me, that's a big bonus. Let's go back to what I was having on before. Still no shortcut keys on this patch, unfortunately. I'm going to wander around now and tell you about the new Incursion.
We'll have to reestablish a connection.
What the hell? Everybody down!
Stolen signal. Now, as you all saw in my previous video, and thank you all for watching. It's very appreciated. Thank you for and welcome to the new subscribers that I've gained from that one. I try and push out content as much as I can for you guys. It's nice to know that it's appreciated and people are finding it interesting enough to subscribe. I do regular content as I go along. I'm hoping to do Wildlands when that goes live. I haven't been selected yet for the closed beta, but assuming I am, and assuming I'm not under any NDA agreements with that one, I'll be showing you some of that when it comes to it. Been very interested in Wildlands ever since it was announced. But currently, at the moment, I don't have access to it. So we're moving on from there. As I was saying, the new Incursion, stolen signal. My initial assumptions on it were incorrect. Although it is multi-stage, a bit like an underground multi-stage mission, it isn't peculiarly generated. There are 3 main rooms that you're inside. Oh, go on, who wants me to show these guys what to do? Let's do this. Attracted some more attention, have we? Let's go kill him. Okay, let's clear that. Now, as I was saying, there are 3 different rooms to the Incursion. They're very quite clear They have very different tactics inside them. You saw the first one with me. That one I would class as medium difficulty. The second one you go into, I would say, is significantly easier, and I found it relatively easy to clear. I do have that footage on the second video that I did, which I'm not going to publish, mainly because you can't hear me at all. The gunfire and in-game noises are way too high. I can't comment on what I'm seeing at all. You can't hear me, so not very helpful for YouTube video. Not really bad, I suppose, for people who just want to see the footage, but there you go. However, the other issue that I had was that I can't complete it. Now, the reason I can't complete it is not because of Delta errors. They appear to have solved that almost completely now. So as we go along the Incursion for you. As you can tell from the gunfire, it's quite loud. There we go. So as we progress through the Incursion, we get to a third room, and I don't think the balancing on it's quite right just yet. Personally, I think it's excessive. Because me and a group, granted there were randoms, we tried multiple times to clear it without fail, with lots of changes of talents that we had, lots of changes of tactics we tried. Now I'm sure the better people than myself have probably done that now, and you might find some videos on that one, but I would be urging you to not worry too much about watching videos, because it is a really interesting Incursion. I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it thoroughly, even though I couldn't complete it in full. I enjoyed it immensely. It's nice to get a complete change of environment throughout an Incursion. It's not just one theme. Although you're fighting the same type of enemies, it's not one theme. So you get different environments to fight in. You need several different tactics to work with. And I'm sure in different builds of the PTS they will adjust the difficulty levels of it, get it a bit more balanced, because certainly I can say that the two of the rooms are probably too easy for challenging. One of them was fairly demanding. I wouldn't say it was a challenge. The other room was not a challenge really at all. So at the minute I don't think it's balanced, and they're taking live feedback, so if you want to go to the official Ubisoft forums, they are encouraging people to take their comments to comment on the Incursion. This build of the PTS is mainly based on getting feedback on the Incursion. It says so in the patch notes. That's why the player versus player segment is currently disabled. However, getting onto that, the way the PvP is being built, I, as a PvE guy, I'm incredibly interested in it. It's 2 teams of 4 against each other. There are clear objectives. You have to collect waypoints, as it were. You have to clear the stations of enemies. You have to get your objectives done. You not only have to fight the other team of 4 players, you have to fight AI who are on there, who actually respawn. Plus, on top of that, you can respawn yourself from these waypoints that you capture. So all good news. And as a PvE player who's been very reluctant and very resistant to doing PvP in this particular game, I really think that that's encouraging for me, and it's interesting for me. quite simply, a player versus player individually where there's no background to it is not appealing, but if you put me in a position where I'm a member of a team and we're fighting another member of a team, there is no rogue status. I feel happier about that in myself, and I'd be more willing to engage in that particular game format. So I think as a PvE player, they've certainly made PvP appealing. Whether that translates to actuality, I shall show you in another build when that goes live. As for now, I shall say goodnight to you now, and take care. And if you like it, give us a like, share, and get us some more subscribers. That would be very helpful. And I'm a Smiling Gridge. See you later. Bye.